Hey guys, I'm happy that you are here. My name is Bechoy and I am your plantito from Mindanao. Tara at samahan niyo ako sa aking plant journey. To those who are new to this channel at sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, please click on the subscribe button and pakiclick na rin ang ating bell notification para maging updated kayo sa mga latest videos ng Bechoy Vlog. And also guys, please follow me on our other social media accounts. So that's aside from YouTube, we have a Facebook page and our page is Bechoy Vlog, and we also have an Instagram account and our IG is Bechoy_vlog. And let's talk about plants. So if ever meron kayong mga questions about plants, plant cares, plant IDs, any other things related to plants, you can send me a message or a DM sa ating Facebook and IG, and I will try my very best na masagot yung inyong mga katanungan. And for our episode today guys, I will be sharing with you a list of 8 common mistakes which are usually detrimental and can kill our Calatheas. So how did I come up with this list? Basically, from all of the DMs and the PMs that I've received in Facebook, sometimes in YouTube. So, mostly ito yung mga natatanggap ko ng mga messages and concerns galing sa mga subscribers. And I know that there are really a lot of our plant lovers, plant collectors who really love Calathea. So, I decided to come up with this episode. And I really hope that after doing this episode, I'll be able to help our plant lovers in taking care of their Calatheas and make them healthy all throughout the year. So let's talk a little bit more on the background of our Calatheas. So basically, they originated from the Americas, and there are around 300 plus species of Calatheas, and you can usually find them in their natural habitat, which is in the rainforest and living under the shades of other trees. And Calatheas are also known to have another nickname, and that is being called a sprayer plant. So basically, they have this different characteristic that during daytime, they open up, parang nakaganito lang sila, arms wide open, but during nighttime they have this different characteristic na nagko-close sila. So para sila nagpe-pray guys. I just would like to share with you guys some of my Calatheas that are present in my collection. So andito sila ngayon sa likod ko. And most of them are mga imported ones. So ito, we have our Calathea na orbifolia. Meron din tayong medallion dito. Mayroon din tayong doti. Ang isa sa pinaka-favorite ko yung ating maranta. And then we also have a crimson and our green lipstick. So personally, I really think that Calathea plants are such a very attractive plant. So it's because of their different color combinations, yung kanyang mga leaf patterns, saka yung mga design sa kanyang mga dahon. So meron siyang iba-ibang mga combination. May mga green, white, meron ding pink, and may pagka-dark or medyo black. Mayroon din ditong iba't ibang mga pattern sa kanyang mga dahon, may pink combination, and meron ding parang mga kakaiba ding mga pattern in the middle of the leaves. Pero itong beauty na ito, it comes with a price because yung ating mga Calatheas, they are such sensitive na mga plants, and I really cannot advise them to be taken care of by beginners. So medyo ano talaga sila, very delicate talaga sila guys. So my piece of advice, if ever you will decide to get your Calathea plants, it's very important for us to do our research, have some background on how we should be taking care of our Calatheas para makapag-survive talaga yung ating Calatheas in our collections. And even me on my part, before I decided to get my Calatheas sa aking mga collections, I really did my own research and background research things para at least naman I will be equipped on how I can properly take care of my Calatheas. And the good thing is, if ever we are already equipped with the knowledge on how to take care of our Calatheas, it will be worth it. It will be all worth it guys, kasi you'll be rewarded with very beautiful leaves, mga malalaking mga dahon, and then nagiging non-stop na yung pagpuproduce nila ng mga panibagong dahon. So let's now start with our list of common mistakes that we usually do with our Calatheas that would eventually kill them. So yung number one culprit talaga in killing our Calatheas is using the wrong soil mix or yung paggamit ng maling potting mix. Usually kasi ang nangyayari ngayon when we buy our Calatheas, especially from garden shops, kinukuha lang natin sila and then immediately we place them in areas kung saan natin sila gustong ilagay. But we tend to forget na mali pala yung soil mix na ginagamit natin for the Calathea. yung galing sa mga garden shops. What I usually see kasi sa mga garden shops is that they are using mostly coco peat based na mga soil mix, and that's around 90%. Nag-a-add lang sila ng ipa or yung rice hull, some certain percentage, but basically it's generally coco peat based yung kanilang ginagamit. And then I asked them kung bakit ganun yung ginagamit nila for all of their plants. And then yung mga gardeners naman, they explained to me that they usually use coco peat kasi magaan lang siya sa kapag nalagay na natin sa pot, and then considering that their plants are fast moving, so people come and go, buy plants from them, and then they buy or source some new supplies or bagong dating na mga stocks ng mga plants. So, ganun lang sila kabilis. So, mas mabilis din sa kanilang part na mag-transfer or ipadala yung mga plants. So, that's the reason why they're using the typical garden soil mix for their plants. So, as plant buyers, especially sa mga first times, we just tend to choose kung ano yung mga Calatheas na may mga magagandang dahon, yung may mga napakaraming dahon, yun yung kukunin natin, and then we bring it at home. So, we tend to forget to check on the soil mix kung akma or tama ba yung soil mix na ginagamit for the Calathea plants. So at first, siguro in the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, siguro baka aabot pa nga ng a month, hindi ba natin makikita yung mga effects nito sa ating Calathea plants. But then later on, mag-start nang mag-deteriorate yung ating mga Calathea plants. So ano ba usually yung effect ng coco peat na soil mix? Ganito kasi yan guys, yung coco peat, it's a very absorbent of water. So mangyayari is that medyo magiging matagal yung pag-sit-in ng water doon sa ating soil mix. And we all know naman na yung ating mga Calathea plants, they are very sensitive na mga plants. At kapag masyadong matagal naman mag-dry out yung water sa ating soil mix, this will eventually cause root rotting. Yung mga manifestations nating root rotting, makikita natin yon sa pagyayalo ng mga dahon. And then when we see these signs sa ating mga Calathea plants, immediately we will check on and suspect na baka nag-root rot na. So, i-uproot na natin yung ating plant, and then doon na natin mako-confirm na meron na talagang root rot dahil meron na mga foul smells at nagiging mushy na yung mga roots ng ating Calathea plants. So, as a buyer of our Calathea plants, it's really our responsibilities to check if tama ba or akma ba yung soil mix na ginagamit for our Calathea plants. So, ano ba yung correct na soil mix for our Calathea plants? Basically, mas gusto ng ating mga Calathea na may pagka-loamy yung kanyang soil mix, so medyo compact, pero it's still very important that it's still draining and can still sustain or hold moisture. Mind you guys, moisture and not entire water talaga na magsisit in. And dapat meron ding mga nutrients for plant growth. So for my Calathea, I'm using this composition for my soil mix. So it's 60% loam soil or yung ordinary lupa from outside our houses. So that's 60% by volume. At yan yun yung mag-hold ng moisture for our plant. So we have another 20% of pumice. Again, ang ating pumice is very important para makapag-promote ng water drainage at hindi mag-stuck yung water sa ating soil mix. And we also have another 10% of cocoa cubes. At ito namang ating cocoa cubes. This will help absorb yung moisture dun sa ating soil mix, and at the same time, magpo-promote din ito ng aeration. And the remaining 10% will be our vermicast, at ito yung magiging main fertilizer or pataba for our plant. So if ever you notice na medyo hindi tama yung soil mix na ginagamit ng garden shop from where you bought your Calatheas, it's okay to have your Calathea plant acclimatize muna sa inyong area for like 2 to 3 days, maximum na yung isang linggo. And then afterwards, you can now change the soil mix for your Calathea plants. And now let's proceed to the second common mistakes that we do to our Calathea plants, and that is watering them every day with unfiltered tap water. Kapag ito yung ginawa natin guys, magiging double dead yung ating Calathea plants. Number one, watering them every day, that's really a no-no for our Calathea plants because di naman nila kailangan at araw-araw silang diligan. Number two is that if we are using unfiltered tap water, that would be very detrimental for our Calathea plants also because they are very sensitive. And we all know naman guys that there are some parts here in the Philippines na yung tap water, yung potable water supply is high in minerals and meron din siyang mataas na content ng chlorine. So this is really bad for our Calathea plants kung ito yung gagamitin natin na pandilig sa kanila. So ano ba yung cause ng pag-aaraw-araw na pagdilig ng tubig sa ating mga Calathea plants? This is really bad for our Calatheas kasi number one, kapag everyday natin sila wino-water, that would mean na magiging matagal talaga yung pag-evaporate or yung pag-dry out na ating soil mix. And that would result to having a root rotting kasi basa yung ating soil mix all throughout the time. At yung pag-water naman ng ating mga Calatheas with tubig na may high in minerals or too much chlorinated, it would cause naman damages sa ating mga dahon. So ito na yung magmamanifest ng mga browning ng ating mga dahon or yung pagko-curling. So ano ba yung dapat na gawin natin in terms of watering our Calathea plants? So it's really important for us to do our finger test. So dapat yung first inch ng ating topsoil will be totally dried out before we decide to water our Calathea plants. And in terms naman of the water quality for the water that we use in watering our Calathea plants, it's really important na dapat filtered yung gagamitin natin na water or yung water na napasit-in natin or napasettle down natin for at least 2 days siguro para at least wala talagang masyadong impurities. And if you have the time and luxury, it's best to use rainwater if meron namang available na rainwater. So kung rainy season, mag-collect tayo ng water. And then, I know it's a bit tedious and to share lang din with you, yung ganun talaga ka-prima donna yung ating mga Calathea plants, guys. Dapat talagang bigyan siya ng pansin. So on to our third common mistake that we usually do with our Calathea plants, and that is placing them under the direct sun. So guys, that's really a no-no for our Calathea plants because they have so much sensitivity sa kanilang mga dahon at dapat hindi talaga natin yan gagawin. And as I have explained earlier, yung natural habitat ng ating mga Calathea plants, they live under the shades of mga big trees. So, if we place them direct under the sun, magkakaroon talaga ng mga damages yung ating mga dahon. So, doon na natin makikita yung mga pagsa-sunburn or yung pagpa-brown ng ating mga dahon. And also, it would cause pag-fade ng mga colors ng ating mga Calatheas. And for me, yung aking mga Calathea plants, they are grouped together with other plants and they are even shaded by other big plants. And my entire garden is shaded under a rambutan tree. So parang nakukuha talaga nila yung kanilang natural habitat. And I'm proud to share with you guys na I think nakukuha ko talaga yung gustong lighting ng ating mga Calathea plants, and then it would manifest naman dito sa ating mga dahon that they're really getting the correct lighting that they need. And now let's proceed to the fourth common mistake we usually do that would damage our Calathea plants, and that is transferring them from one area to another area frequently. And we all know na yung ating mga Calathea plants, they are very sensitive na mga plants, and then if ever na ma-expose natin sila suddenly with a new temperature or new humidity na area, and with the new sun exposure, talagang magkakaroon ito ng detrimental effects sa ating Calathea plants. So it's really important that we should not be transferring our Calatheas from time to time. And also, we need to take note and remember kung ano ba talaga yung kanilang natural habitat. And that is in the rainforest, living under the shades of big trees, and very high in humidity na area. And by doing so, we can expect na magta-thrive and magiging healthy and beautiful yung ating mga Calathea plants. And in connection sa ating na-mention na number 4 common mistakes, yung number 5 na common mistakes naman for our Calathea plants is placing them in an area na may low in humidity. So ano ba ito mga areas na may low in humidity? So mostly, it would refer sa mga indoor na mga areas, so sa ating mga kwarto kung saan hindi masyadong nakakapag-circulate yung hangin. Also, kapag sa indoors and then air-conditioned, talagang no-no yan, guys. Sa mga air-conditioned areas kasi, guys, alam naman natin that that is an enclosed area, so hindi free-flowing yung air, nakasarado yung pintuan at saka mga bintana, so walang natural air na nakakapasok sa kwarto. So it's very important that we provide them with humidifier para naman ma-supplement natin yung kanyang humidity na requirement. Or pwede din mag-frequent misting tayo sa ating mga Calathea plants because this will eventually provide some sort of a microenvironment for our Calathea plants. So what do I mean when I mention the word microenvironment? So mangyayari kasi niyan, guys, kapag nagmi-misting tayo sa ating plant and then eventually may water na or moisture na sit in or magiging available doon sa ating plants, eventually that will evaporate and then that will cause and provide some sort of humidity para sa ating plant. I really prefer my Calathea plants to be placed outdoors together with other plants kung saan nakukuha at namimimik na lang yung kanilang natural habitat, which is yung mga rainforest talaga na under the shades of trees and with other plants. And now, let's proceed to the number 6 common mistakes that we usually do with our Calathea plants, and that is using leaf cleaners na oil-based or may mga contents ng oil. So, ang mangyayari kasi nito, guys, is mabablock nito yung ating mga dahon, yung mga stomata na ating dahon, and this would eventually cause damage sa ating dahon. So, we all know na napakaganda din talaga ng effect ng mga iilang mga leaf cleaners kasi they would provide this parang shiny and very beautiful leaves. Pero some of these are detrimental din sa ating mga dahon. We may not see the results immediately, but eventually yung ating mga Calathea plants will suffer along the way. Guys, don't take this against me lang, but I'm really not against the use of leaf cleaners kasi meron naman talagang ibang mga leaf cleaners na maganda din gamitin. It's just very important for us to take note and then scrutinize yung ating leaf cleaner if meron ba siya mga oil content. So, piliin na natin yung mga leaf cleaners na mga water-based para hindi siya makakause ng damage sa ating mga dahon. So, for my Calatheas naman, I prefer lang using the natural way of cleaning them, and that is kung may ulan, pinapaulanan siya, or minsan sinashower ko siya para at least ma-remove natin yung mga dust and dirt na naka-stick doon sa ating mga dahon. And on to our 7th common mistakes that we usually do with our Calathea plants, and that is not using pesticides. So, sino bang may gustong may mga pests and insects yung ating mga Calathea plants? Alam ko, walang may gusto nung ganun, guys. So, it's really important for us to apply pesticides sa ating mga dahon ng ating mga Calathea plants para maging pest-free sila. Ano ba yung mga usual suspects natin ng mga insects sa ating mga Calathea plants? Yung pinaka number 1 talaga, guys, na hate ko is yung mga caterpillars. And they are really dangerous sa ating mga Calathea plants kasi uubusin nila yung mga dahon natin at mawawala na ng beauty yung ating Calathea plants. And as for me naman, guys, I use neem oil once a week. Yun yung ina-apply ko sa aking mga Calathea plants, and that's for preventive management. And now let's discuss the last and the 8th common mistakes that we usually do with our Calathea plants, and that is over-fertilizing them. So this is very bad for our Calathea plants, guys. Number 1, yung mga Calathea naman natin, hindi naman talaga sila matakaw sa fertilizer. So, yung advice ko lang is that mag-fertilize tayo sa kanila within 4 to 6 months lang. And then yung, minsan kasi I know most of us are guilty with this one. Parang hot na hot or eager na eager tayo na magkaroon agad ng development yung ating mga Calathea plants. So what we do is that we overfeed them. Pina-fertilize natin sila from time to time, siguro mga once a month. And that's not really good for our plants kasi magkakakos ito ng damage sa ating mga dahon. So ano ba yung mga effects ng pag-over-fertilize ng ating mga Calathea plants? This will actually manifest unang-una sa mga dahon natin. So makakakita tayo ng mga pagbabrown or parang may mga nasusunog na ng mga dahon or yung pagka-curl. So eventually, yung ating Calathea plants ay mamamatay or makakalbo na siya dahil mauubos na lahat ng kanyang mga dahon. So it's really important for us to do control feeding sa ating mga Calathea plants. So kung magpa-fertilize tayo, aking advice naman in terms of fertilizing is that siguro magpa-fertilize lang tayo ng intervals ng 4 to 6 months. And then, meron naman tayong mga iba't ibang mga options. You can go with organic fertilizers or yung mga chemical-based. It's up to you. Depende na rin din kung ano yung inyong preference. So, that would be it, guys. That would be our list of 8 common mistakes that we usually do with our Calathea plants that would eventually cause damage to them and baka ikamatay nila. So, there might be some points that I have missed to mention. And maybe you can also share with us kung ano din yung mga tips para maiwasan nating madamage ang ating mga Calathea plants. So just kindly comment them in the comment box para naman makapagbigay tayo ng information and knowledge with our other plant collectors. And before we end our video, let us do our shoutouts. Shoutout kay Ma'am Erlinda Miranda. I wanna say hi to Ian Bucarelli. Shoutout na rin kay Ralph Michael. Shoutout also kay Jason San Diego. Shoutout also to Christine Gibson. Shoutout also kay Ines Galzote. Hello kay Cristel Janessa Ordiz. Hi din kay Ma'am Evelyn Picazo. Shoutout na rin kay Ma'am Carmelita Imperial. Shoutout also to Ma'am Felita Caldamo. Shoutout also kay John Paul Serrano. Hi to Mila Ikinya. And shout out kay Yoli Bacol. If you happen to like our videos, please don't forget to like and share with your families and friends. At kung bago ka pa lang sa ating channel, please do subscribe and click on the bell notification para maging updated kayo sa mga latest videos ng Bechoy Vlog. Once again, this is Bechoy, your plantito from Mindanao. Happy planting!